rigatoni and lasagna and bow tie pasta and mac and cheese. Fuck it. Do you like how I started off Italian and then I just got like progressively trashier and trashier? I was like, Chef Boyardee, mac and cheese. Hi, guys. We have an amazing episode for you this week with Gabby Lamb. It's fun. It's full of laughs. You guys are going to really be into it. I can tell you that. But before we get into this week's episode, there's something I want to tell you about. And guess what? It's not pasta. Even though a bitch loves pasta, it's Libra. For those of you who don't know, Libra is my favorite dispensary. Their flagship store is based in Palm Desert. And Libra means balance. And this company is balanced. Okay, let me tell you how I know. Because I go to a lot of dispensaries. I walk in. A lot of times when I walk into dispensaries, they don't have what I want. They have too much of one thing, too little of another thing. Libra has just the right amount of everything. It's the most well-curated dispensary I've ever personally been to. And let me tell you, your girl has been to a lot of dispensaries. As a weed connoisseur, I'm constantly walking into dispensaries. I'm walking in dispensaries and I'm walking out. And you want to know why I'm walking out? Because I'm not impressed. But when I walk into Libra, I skip into Libra. I don't just walk. I skip because that's how excited I am to consume the cannabis products that they're selling because it is so well curated. Guys, they also offer delivery if you're afraid of the Rona. If you don't want to risk infection, stay inside your desert home. Head to librashop.com. Set up a delivery. Follow them on Instagram at librashop. Support them because they support the show. Give them some love. Give them a follow. Okay, guys. Anyone who knows me knows that I also love socks. That's true. Socks are essential. The word essential gets thrown around a lot lately, but socks, they're essential. You need them. Can't just go raw dogging your shoe. You go raw dogging your shoe, things get weird. Things start to smell weird. You gotta have a sock. Socks are essential. And you know what? If you gotta have a sock, why not have a printed sock? Why not have a sock that says, "A bitch is fun," without saying it? That's why I like Oh Yeah Socks. Check them out at Oh Yeah Socks on Instagram. That's 3 zeros HYEAH Socks. Give them a follow. They have every type of sock you could ever want. They got socks for surf, snow, skate, men, women, children. They have slippers. They collaborate with really fun graphic designers, so they have every type of printed design you could ever want, from mushrooms to marijuana leaves to Bob Ross to Mr. Rogers. You name it, they got it. Head to ohyeah.com. That's 3 zeros HYEAH.com. Enter discount code Sara, SARA 10 for 10% off. Buy the dad or grad in your life a pair of socks. Buy yourself a pair of socks. Save 10% off. You heard it here on Shank. Guys, here's this week's episode of Shank with Gabby Lamb. I hope you enjoy it. And special thanks to Butterbox and LA Speedweed. Okay, guys, here you go. I'm like a kooky ant. I don't know where anything fucking is.
Hey, girl.
Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is Gabby Lamb.
Yay. Where is this the camera? Are we looking over there?
That's your camera. That's both of our camera together.
Right there,
that's
okay.
my camera. You get it.
Perfect.
So you're coming from therapy.
Right from therapy.
Was it an in-person therapy or was it a FaceTime session?
No, not even FaceTime. We do on the phone, which is weird, but I've gotten used to it.
You don't do FaceTime? You do it?
Just on the phone, like two chatting friends.
I kind of like that.
It's, I thought we were going to do FaceTime, and my therapist was like, it hurts my eyes. So I was like, phone it is, girl.
It hurts my eyes.
It hurts her eyes. Oh, love her.
Like, I respect that because when I'm FaceTiming my therapist, I'm always like, do I have to get dressed?
Do I have to do my makeup?
Yeah.
Or...
But my therapist is also a 74-year-old man.
You have a male therapist.
I have a male therapist.
How do you like him?
Yes, I like having a male therapist.
Yeah.
Do you like having a woman therapist?
I do. Like, I can't imagine having a male therapist.
I can't imagine having a woman therapist.
Really? Yeah. That's so interesting.
I know.
Why is that?
I think just the way that like the way that he communicates is just so direct.
Huh.
In a way that like, and I respect that. And I think women can communicate in a direct way, but oftentimes not.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I think I communicate. I'm so used to being around men from stand-up.
Yeah.
That like,
Interesting.
I feel like I relate to men almost more than women, which is so weird because I am a woman.
Have you had a female therapist ever?
I have.
Yeah.
And I didn't like her.
Really?
But I just think it was her.
Yeah.
I've had a few female therapists that I didn't love.
There are a lot of bad therapists out there too. Like, I'm so grateful that I have a good one. I've been with her for like 10 years.
You see, okay, how do you know she's a good one?
Honestly, she's the only therapist I've ever had, so maybe she's not, but I think she is.
Yeah.
I think she's good. I think she's really good. Just, I don't know because I don't have anything to like compare it to.
Well, do you notice like growth from?
Fuck yeah.
So that's, I feel like, a good indicator, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's also like, it took me a long time to accept the things that she was saying. So,
oh, yeah. That's like me and my therapist.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you. You don't know me.
Yeah, for
sure,
right?
And then I won't even talk to him. I got pissed off at him one time. I was like, he told me, he was like, look, you are spending money to come to me. So you can either, you can either do whatever the fuck you want and stop spending money. But if you're going to spend the money, you might as well
do the work.
Yeah. And I was like, this is some fucked up backwards psychology. And I like went home. I was like, fuck him. And then like a week later, I was like, okay, he's right.
He is right.
They're always right.
It's so fucking true, dude. Like my therapist too is like, you pay me and you're not taking my advice. Like, what else do you want? And then I was like, okay, fine, bitch, I'll listen to you.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to her, and then my life started getting better. Because she was also like, for so long, like, you need to get sober. You need to stop like dating. You need to take a year off. Like, you're a sex love addict. Like, give yourself a break. And I was like, no. And then finally I listened to her, and she was like, cool. It's been like 7 years, but good for you.
So wait, how long have you been sober for?
Almost 5 months.
That's fucking crazy.
Know,
Congratulations with the
thanks.
quarantine and everything.
Feels so good.
So has it been hard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At points, yeah. Especially during quarantine, because it's like, there have been so many days where I'm like, why the fuck can't I just like drink? Like, there's no reason not to. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But
you haven't.
I haven't. I have not at all.
So that's amazing.
Not a drug, not a fucking drink, nothing. Just like raw dogging life,
Just
dude.
raw dogging it on your butt machine. I see you have this butt machine now.
The butt machine.
The butt machine looks fun.
It is fun. I'm so sunburnt.
So I don't know how to explain the butt machine for those people who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How would you explain the butt machine?
It's a squat machine, so it's like you hold on to these little bars, and it's just like this kind of pressure seat that like you just kind of ride like a seesaw.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It is kind of fun. I also do wonder, I'm like, because I also do a lot of workouts outside of it, so I'm like, how much am I getting?
What kind of workouts are you doing in quarantine?
Fucking like at home prison workouts,
You are?
Like I have weights, so I do like squats with my weights and do sit-up, like crunches and fucking, I've been taking like Leah's Pilates
You
class.
have?
Yeah.
You're doing the Zoom workouts that the comedian females are doing. I'm not doing them.
Yeah, I'm doing them.
Are you doing the butt workout class too? That's
Stasia's?
Yeah.
I haven't done Stasia's.
I keep hearing about this butt workout, these
Yeah.
Pilates classes. I can't commit to the Zoom workout.
It's a little hard. I don't know why. Like Leah texted me today and she's like, you're gonna come tonight at 6, right? And I don't, for some reason, some days I'm like, I just simply don't want to.
I also just like, I get the Zoom experience. For me, it goes one of two ways.
Mhm.
Most of the time, it just goes poorly.
Yeah. Because why? Because like you're just too left to your own devices.
I'm just more like, I wish this was in person.
I know.
Do you feel like that?
Totally. It's so much easier to be like in it in person. When you're on your own, you're like, oh, fuck this. Why do I have to? I'll just go do something else.
Yeah. What about AA? Have you been going online?
Sometimes I went to a meeting like 2 days ago. I've been going to AA Zoom meetings like once every 3 weeks.
Okay. How do you
Yeah.
find that they compare to like a regular in-person meeting?
Not comparative.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't been doing them, because it's like there's something just, the same with like stand up, like doing these Zoom shows. They're awful because it's like we
Microphone.
need the room. Like it's so much better to like have the energy and to be around people. And when it's just like you, like a fucking doofus on your bed being like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Like it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, who is this for?
Right.
It's like helpful, but not at all.
Not
what
the
is
same.
yeah.
What about comedy? Are you missing it?
Am I missing it? Yes.
Isn't it fucked up?
Do you hate it? Are you hating it?
I hate it because I
know.
spent the last 10 years of my life doing something that no longer exists.
I know!
Hi, I have this special skill, I think, but I think I know how to do it, but I don't know because I haven't done it in like 2 months.
It's going to be crazy when we go back to it. Like,
we're all going to be sad clowns.
and like, are we all going to be talking about quarantine? Like, it's going to be so strange before
I
comedy's
used to
normal.
be good at this before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, right?
now I'm just bomb. Yeah.
Hey guys, how was your quarantine? What? Like everybody's.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so strange. Have you done? Like,
I can't
Zoom
tell whether or
shows?
not you're laughing because your mask is on.
I know. Wait.
Ugh.
Okay. Have you been doing Zoom shows? And did you see that San Diego comedy clubs have started opening up?
What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
San Diego comedy clubs are opening up.
Like
Does this mean you're
25.
gonna be going down to San Diego all the time?
Honestly, if I got booked, I don't even know. God, right now I don't even feel confident to do comedy. Like if I got booked, like if I got booked on a show, I'd be like,
I'd be like, sit tight, guys. I gotta go through my notes.
I've been in my room for the past 4 months. I don't know what to talk about.
I also don't feel like I know how to relate to people in the same way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like since it's been quarantine, like you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm like people that I don't know, like on a stage. You know, like I don't know. I really miss hanging out with comedians.
Oh my God, dude. I miss hanging out at comedy clubs so badly. Like that has been the biggest thing where like I drive past the comedy store and I'm like, fuck, how nice would it be to just like be hanging out with the homies?
Yeah. Like
Oh.
because it's like normally when normal life you have at least that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you feel like you have like peers who are also living this weird life. But then when you take away the comedy clubs, you're just like, I'm just a clown walking,
Seriously.
walking around by myself. Just a clown
fucking
walking around town.
Just a clown. You're just a lone clown.
Yeah, you're like a lone clown, and you're like, nobody understands me, and I have no stage. And that's really what it feels like. And it's so weird because I
Yeah.
never really thought of myself as like being as deep into stand-up, I guess, as I am.
Yeah. You mean like you're realizing it now that
Like
you're not
my
doing it?
identity.
Oh yeah, dude, and I think a lot of comics are having that same issue where they're like, wait, what the fuck? Like, who am I now that I don't have?
Right. Like, who am
comedy?
I now?
Yeah. Who am I without this thing that I've made my whole identity?
Totally. And like then,
Yeah.
I mean, like I listen to a lot of self-help stuff, but I've been doing that the whole time. I know that you like some self-help shit.
I love it, and I like have to take breaks because I'm like, okay, I have done so much fucking reflecting. Like do you feel that way where you're like, I'm doing so much inner work, I need to like stop for a sec?
In my 20s, I did. I was like, my late 20s, I was like, I have to turn this around.
Mm-hmm.
The shit has hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like either start working on yourself or just be a mess.
Oh yeah.
So then like
Yeah.
I started, and then like now I'm just kind of like so over the self-help shit, but I still have
Right.
therapy and stuff. And like
Right.
I still have different like things that I listen to that I find to be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
A lot of it too, because I listen to like a lot of like self-help podcasts and like psychology stuff, and a lot of it is the same information just being like reiterated in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once you've heard 45 different talks on like how to find happiness, you're
Totally.
like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Meditate, practice breathing, go be in nature, like spend some alone time, journal.
Yeah, that's literally the
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
Take a pause, don't like emotionally react. Like, I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a beat. You don't have to respond right away.
Yeah.
Sit with yourself. See how you feel.
Drink water. You don't need a lot
Yeah.
of sugar. It's like,
Yeah. Like after all that stuff is done, I mean, like, okay, I'm doing that stuff, but also I just miss like the lifestyle
Of comedy.
of comedy. And I don't
so much.
necessarily like, yeah, because it's like normally you're up late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm normally up late. Now I'm like going to bed early.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I go to bed. It depends. Like it's either I go to bed like as the sun goes down. Like last night it was 10 and I was like, well, yep, time to bed. Time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Or then there's other nights where I won't go to sleep until like 2 a.m. because I'll be up watching like reality TV. And then I'm like, well, there's also no reason to go to bed early. So I'll just stay up.
Right. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
What about writing? Have you been writing jokes?
Not really. Like, that's another thing that I'm kind of worried about. Like, I haven't been working on material. Like, I'll write down like funny ideas, but I haven't been really thinking about stand-up.
Right,
you?
because, well, like, not really. Like, I write down something that I think is funny and I
Mhm.
think has potential to be a joke. But then it's like, by the time I'm going back on stage, I mean, am I going to be on stage again in a month? Am I going to be on stage again in a year? Like, what's going
Totally.
to be relevant
Yeah.
anymore? I feel like it's so hacked to like, hey, you want to hear my material I was doing pre-pandemic?
Right. Yeah. So it's like, do we go back to our old material? Or
I mean, like, you guys want to hear some observational comedy? Like,
I know.
you know what I mean? Like, all my, like, I'm just going to go back on stage, start talking about Q-tips. Like, what is the future? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, tree bark.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be talking about, like, I don't know. Because most of my comedy is observational. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going to go on stage, talk about masks. Like, that's not speaking to me. I don't know who I
Right.
am creatively in this moment.
I guess we're just going to have to figure it out when it starts again, you know?
I know. So, like, are you excited for it to start again?
Yes, but I'm also terrified.
I have that too. It's like,
Terrified.
because it's like, you know, when you first start something, it's scary. But
Yeah,
then you're like
yeah.
in that momentum because you're like, this is just like my life. Like
Yeah.
you're in that momentum. But now it's just like stopped.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
Dude, like God, like I can't wait for open mics to come back so I can finally like stumble back into those, but it's still going to be so scary for the first few times because it's just going to be like
It feels like, okay, how would you define like the high that you get from stand up? How would you define it?
fucking
Is it not the best
It's the
high?
best.
It's like
it's the
best.
Literally, it's why so many addicts do comedy because it's like that's like we love that hit, that
It's like,
fucking
give me your
that fucking adrenaline. Like we love it. It's such a high. It's better than fucking anything, you know?
right?
So good. Oh my god, when you have a good set and you like and people are just like going fucking nuts and you're like
Yeah. And you know that you did it.
Oh, it's so good. I miss it so much.
Don't you miss like, okay, like I'm thinking of like the good times. Like you have a great set and then, you know, you walk off someone's like good set and you're like, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People
I miss
come up
that.
to you after and they're like, that was so funny and you're like
Like I'm chasing that high.
chasing that high. You know, I almost like I'm at the point in quarantine too where I almost miss bombing because I'm like I would kind of do anything to bomb too.
Just for like the experience.
Yeah.
Just to like have something that takes you, because the thing with stand up for me is that it takes me out of like, it makes me so present that I can't like trip about the future,
Oh,
worry
yeah.
about like the past. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
forces you to be so present, and like not having that
Yeah.
is like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I know. That's why we're all having to get fucking present with ourselves right now.
Yeah, that's why we're all trying to heal.
We're all trying to, I know, dude. Seriously. I'm like, okay, I'm done healing. I get it.
Yeah,
I
like we
get
learned the
it.
lesson. Can we come out of our rooms?
Mm-hmm. We'll all be better people. I think there was a point in quarantine where everybody was like having a lot of like self-reflecting, and now we're to the point where everybody's like so over it that they're starting to get really horrible, where people are like really pent up and angry and like
People need to fuck.
people need to fuck and like
And by people, I mean me.
oh my god, I know.
Sex?
I haven't had it in so long.
So long.
So long.
And then at this point, I'm like, how long could I go?
Yeah, right?
Am I gonna become like an old crazy bitch?
You
That's like,
might.
I don't fuck anymore. I just rock back and forth in my room.
I don't even fucking really masturbate anymore. Like,
I don't even feel sexual anymore.
No, I don't feel sexual
I feel
at all.
dead sexually inside.
I know we're all gonna fucking explode when this is over. I mean, I'm like not supposed to be having sex for like a year, so I have to lean into that. But
I mean, I'm afraid that the first person I have sex with, I'm gonna like want to marry.
I think a lot of people are gonna do that.
I'm just like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah. So many people.
See you down the aisle, motherfucker.
See you, fucking you. Come here. You're mine.
But
now.
you were married.
I was married.
Are you divorced?
No.
Oh.
Legally married.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know.
She's a wife.
She's a
Legally wife.
Legally, she's a legal wife.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Are you drawing your girls?
I am. I've kind of taken a break from art because I've been also like, I just was doing so much of it in the beginning of quarantine that I like burned out.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I started out quarantine doing a lot.
Right.
I'm doing a little too much.
We were all so optimistic. We're like, I have to get all this done, and all of us were like, no.
You're like, wait, we're still doing this?
We're still fucking doing this.
It's like every day I'm just gonna wake up, put out some content. Now I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because you're like, who am I?
Who am I? Yeah, honestly, I'm like losing touch with myself in a lot. I don't know. It's so strange. Whatever this is doing to us is so strange.
It's so strange. So
traumatizing.
You were painting your babes. You paint hot babes.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened? You went hard and then you got burnt out.
I went hard, got kind of burnt out. I'll go back to it soon. I mean, I have been still, but like not as frequently as I was.
I saw you painted a hot poppy.
Oh my god, I did. That was so fun. Yeah, that one was cute.
Because for a while you were painting hot babes.
All I do is paint hot girls with big titties and big asses. And then my friend, who's gay, was like, "Can you paint me a thick daddy?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not? Why not put?"
And you did.
And I did. I sent him today, actually.
Cute. You did?
Mm-hmm. New York.
That's fun. So what's going on with these tattoos? Any new ones? Do you have any plans for new ones post quarantine?
Can't wait. As soon as quarantine is over, I'm getting tattoos.
What kind?
I don't even know. I don't give a fuck.
I want a tattoo after quarantine's over.
Do you not have any?
I have 2 little ones, but like I'm ready for a piece.
Yeah, I know.
I know. What I mean? Like I want a pandemic piece.
We all have so much. Also, like there's so much pent up energy that we're all like, I just want to feel something.
Yeah,
you know?
like put a needle in my back.
Oh my god, all I want to do is just fucking.
Well, you have a tattoo gun.
I do have a tattoo gun.
I just spilled water all over myself. Don't know what happened.
She got excited.
I got excited. I'm
like so excited.
Fucking tattoo my back.
Oh my god, my tattoos are awful, but I do have a machine. And that's
Are you still practicing on fruit?
No, I'm practicing on myself, and they're pretty bad.
What do you have any that you've given yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Mm-hmm. This one that I did recently.
Oh, let's see this.
Oh, it's
it's a bone.
It's so bad, and then it says LA, but it's backwards and it looks awful. It looks like some shitty little pen.
But it's not. It's in a good place. It's hidden.
It's hidden.
I mean,
so bad.
So, were you nervous when you were doing that?
I've done it before, so no. It's the hardest part is trying to figure out like how deep the needle needs to go. So that's tricky. And it's also because it like shakes, like if it's not going deep enough, like it can shake, and
then it fucks up your.
Which hence this thing is a nightmare because of that.
Have you tattooed any other humans?
I tattooed my roommate during this. Hers is much cuter.
What was it?
I did like a little skull and crossbones.
And it came out cute.
It was really cute. That one was cute.
So, do you think you're gonna have a new career as a tattue artist?
I honestly don't know. I would love to get into tattooing, but I don't know if I have the will. I don't know if I have the
drive.
The drive. It's a really difficult
industry.
Yeah, it is.
You feel like a tattoo apprentice.
You know, I used to when I was like.
You were a tattoo apprentice
for a little while when I first moved to LA.
What is it? Explain what that is.
It's intimidating. I was very young. I was like 18, and it was a shop with a bunch of scary fucking dudes. I had no sense of self, so I was just like this little girl that was like, "Hey guys, I want to be a tattoo artist," and they were so mean, or at least they were in my head. It was on Cahuenga.
You walked in and you're like, "I want a job."
I was like, are you guys taking apprenticeships? And they're like, yeah. So they like made me a bitch. So basically I was just like wiping down windows.
No.
And like hanging out in this shop. And it was very scary.
How long did you do that for?
I don't even remember. Maybe a month or two.
Oh, you're
Maybe
like, I'm done.
I was so scared of it. I remember like I ended it by being like, I have pink eye, I can't come in anymore, and then I never went back.
No.
Yeah.
What? I cannot imagine that.
It's scary. God, you think the fucking
like the culture?
the culture. I mean, you think that like God, stand up is male dominated. The tattoo industry is like male dominated by like fucking. At least when I was younger, those dudes were scary. I think I could handle it better now because I have like a deeper sense of self.
Yeah.
But it's intimidating.
Probably. Plus, you're around men all the time.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, even just like the comedy scene when I first started, because I was like in my early 20s. So it was so scary.
It's so scary. Also because like you're like pretty and like you just don't know, you know, it's scary.
It's hard to it takes a second to figure out how to like operate in that environment when you're like a woman, because you're like so used to operating differently, or like people, I don't know how to explain it, but like for like career stuff, I had to like tell myself like take my gender out of it, which is weird, and I'll be like this.
Yeah.
Okay, like if I need to get paid on something, it's like instead of being like, excuse me, like I didn't get paid. Like for so long, I'd be so weird about saying that.
Yep.
Now I'm just like, what would a man do? They'd be like, hey, I didn't get paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Totally.
I have to literally, like, if it's a work thing, I have to be like, what would a man do? And like shift that.
That's so interesting.
And like,
I'm still very apologetic in the way that I like navigate around those things where I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't get paid, but you don't have to pay me if you don't want, because I don't.
Yeah, no, but like there's so many times, like, because I was like an assistant for this one bitch and she would never pay me on time, and then by the end of working for her, I was like, can you pay me? Like I would like scream it.
Yeah. Yeah, but some people really do need to be like fucking like, I need my shit, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like that. I need people to like shake me to be like, bitch, I need something from you, because like I forget, or da 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 da.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. What's your quarantine schedule? Like, do you have one? Is it anything goes? What are you making? Are you cooking anything?
No, you know, the one thing I learned about myself during this is I will never fucking cook ever. Don't care. I'll never do it.
You haven't been doing it.
No, I'll cook like eggs and waffles, and that's it. But every day I go on a like 2-hour walk to get coffee.
That.
Yeah. Go and
to get coffee.
Uh-huh.
It takes a long time.
Takes a long time.
Do you listen to stuff?
Yeah.
What are you listening to?
I've been listening, you know, going on and off from podcasts to like the same fucking Justin Bieber's album, and then back to podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of Dax Shepard. Love him. Do you listen to him?
You do? No.
Oh, he's so good.
What about his podcast do you love?
I think that like Dax, like himself, is a really interesting guy. You know, he's sober. He's like super fucking humble. He's super self-aware. I like listening to him have conversations with people just because he's like a very like open-minded guy, and I like his approach. He always has interesting people on there too, but I like listening to his journey with sobriety. And what's another one? Do you listen to The Adult Chair?
I don't.
That's
What's The Adult Chair?
That's another one on like
self-help?
It's like self-help, but it delves into, you know, like it's all about the, like working through childhood shit, because you know at the root of everything, all of our stuff is like
childhood trauma.
Everything is childhood trauma. Every single thing is childhood trauma.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. So anyway, I listen to a lot of that.
You're like, fuck you, mom and dad.
Oh my god, totally.
I'm like, let me forgive you, but also
like
I know I can't blame you because I'm like 33, but also at the same time, forgiving you seems extreme.
But you made me.
You made me like this.
I know. It's like, a lot of that, and it's a lot of like that podcast is a lot of like reparenting tools on like how to forgive people and then like reparent yourself and
Oh my god. Okay, so here's a reparenting story. So okay, I went on a date. This was
like during quarantine?
No, pre-quarantine. I went on a date with this guy, and like he was hot. I thought he was hot. He had a lot of like, he was like successful, hot, homeowner. We love it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, great. Then first date tells me there's a picture of him as a child on his phone, and I'm like, what's going on with that kid's cute? He's like, that's me as a child. And I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, I'm working on reparenting myself. So whenever I look at this photo, I ask myself what little me needs, and I'm like, this is woke but also too much for me first date.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think about that first date?
Yo, that is, girl, that is woke. that would intimidate. I appreciate so much about that, but at the same time I would be like, Oh, he's fucking got issues, but it's also,
Yeah, but it's like,
but also so do I. So,
So
who am
do
I?
I.
Right.
so do I, but I was just like, whoa, we're diving in. We're talking
diving
about reparenting 30 seconds into fucking sitting down first date.
That is a lot. That's a lot for a first date.
There was a lot of first date stuff like that. And then I'm
That's
pretty
a
sure
lot.
he tried to get me to join an ayahuasca cult, but that's neither here nor
okay,
there.
that makes sense. That's a lot though. I mean, again, like I like appreciate and like love the incentive behind that, but on a first date, it's like, can we just like talk about our interests or something?
Yeah, like it was just so much so fast. And then I was like, because I'm always like, I want a guy that's working on himself.
Yeah.
And then here it is. And I'm like, oh God, this is not
Too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
I'd
don't want to
rather-
look at your childhood photo and figure out what your little boy version of you needs if I'm fucking you.
Yeah, that's
No.
yeah. That's interesting.
Right? But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I don't want any more damage, man. But then one comes that's working on himself, and I'm like, ew.
Right.
And I'm like, where is there something in the middle of like you're working on yourself, but it's not advertised necessarily
Right.
on your phone?
Totally. It's like my therapist always says that the person that somebody like me needs to date, because I am like a chaotic kind of addict person, is I have to find somebody who's really neutral and like fucking just a solid person, not somebody who's like too this way or too that way, but yeah, like a very neutral. And she's like, the person that you're like gonna like you should end up with is going to bore the shit out of you. Like you're gonna have problems with that because they're gonna be boring and you like chasing chaos. Yeah. So you have to find like just neutral ass people. Which I'm like, I know.
Neutral person?
Just a neutral fucking person. But also, yeah, you want to date somebody who is like working on themselves and is doing that kind of reflection. So
yeah, you want to date someone who's doing that reflection, but then also it's like if we're both reparenting myself, we're gonna just be a house of children.
all we're gonna be doing is talking about like reparent. I don't know.
Like I want to be reparenting myself in silence. Like I don't want us to openly talk about how we're both reparenting ourselves.
Interesting.
But
See,
is that fucked up?
well, I don't know. It depends because like I would want to be with somebody if I was with somebody that I could talk about that with, because I would want to hear like their
Reasons for reparenting?
and like insight and like how they're
I
doing
guess I could dive in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, I listened to this thing on a fucking podcast.
Should I call this guy? See if he's
I
available.
don't know. Maybe he's done some more work.
Yeah.
Who knows? But like, there's this. I listened to this thing that kind of blew my mind. That was like, emotionally unavailable people attract emotionally unavailable people. And when I like heard that, I was like, I'm not emotionally unavailable. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, actually, maybe I am. And that's
I'm
why
for sure emotionally unavailable.
I didn't think. See, I've always been like, I'm so fucking like, I'm so vulnerable and I'm so open and I'm so honest. But like, maybe it's also that could be like. Me, like a projection of me trying to keep people away from me. I don't know.
That's kind of how I feel like, okay, like, because, like, I don't know. I never viewed myself as being emotionally unavailable, but the more I think of it, the more I'm like, I'm emotionally unavailable. Because especially with comedy, it's like the way that I cope with things is I turn it into like a fucking joke. So it's like, you don't know if you fucking hurt me.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? Like, there's that.
Yeah.
And I also just feel like, yeah.
There's the wall of like
There's like this wall
Yeah.
that you can like this like character that you
Totally.
can like put up. It's like the person on stage is different than the person that you actually are.
It's so true.
So you have like all these different like layers in a way. So it's like I feel like it's easy to be emotionally unavailable as a comedian.
I totally agree. Yeah, because it is like we also use our pain to like beat other people to the punch where we can be like, I can make fun of myself before you can, so like this is how this hurt
me first.
Yeah. I hurt me first, so you can't get to me. Like
yeah, that's how it feels.
Yeah, everything. But it is like comedy is like a heightened like also like same thing with like social media presence, you know, it's just they're all kind of like characters of you. And
Right.
That's how I feel about myself, where I'm like, this is like me, but it's like an extension and like a heightened version of me. Like there's a lot more
Totally.
depth than like what you're maybe putting online or what you're putting on
Totally.
stage. I don't know.
You're like, yeah, this is just like a piece of me. And that's why I think like, because I've noticed a lot of times that I'm attracted to emotionally unavailable people, but that's because I'm emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm like, I don't want to be emotionally unavailable. I want to be available, but
Right.
then that's scary too.
I know. I'm trying to figure out the same thing because I'm like, what is available? Like, I don't even know.
Hey, want to hang? Like, I don't know.
I don't know either because like I'm available in the way where I'm like so fast, you know? Where,
I see, like, I'm getting better about that.
yeah.
Yeah, for a while, it'd be like, I would get in a relationship, like, soon, and I'd be like, this is the one. And then 3 days
Always.
later, it'd be like, oh, well, fuck. And that would happen all of the time. Like, I remember I'd be like, Mom, I'm really like this guy. She's like, I don't want to hear about him until it's been, like, a long time because I can't keep getting attached.
Right.
I was like, thanks, Mom.
Crashing and burning. So I do that too. It's like you fucking, that infatuation that happens so quickly and your brain is like on fire and you're like, this is it. This is the one. I can see it. And then a month goes by and you're like,
I hate them. You're like,
yeah.
you're like, wait a minute. He does this thing. I don't know if he's completely changed or if I just didn't notice it in the beginning. But,
right.
Yeah.
And I have my rose-colored glasses on.
Yeah. And then the relationship ends, and then I look back on it, put the glasses back on, and I'm like, what went wrong? Everything was perfect.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I think it's
Being a human?
being a human. I think it's also maybe part of us like trying to find people to fix every part of us, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know.
It's
what
so
it is.
much.
I'm trying to learn all this shit right now too. So I'm like, I don't keep making the same mistakes in relationships. So I don't keep like hurting myself in the same ways.
But that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully eventually it will be.
You know what I mean? It will be.
Sick of being in like my own self-inflicted pain, which I like am now realizing that's what it is.
Yeah, I have self-inflicted pain too. I think
we
it's like
all-
a
I think we
common,
all do,
I think,
you know?
and then it's like if you've been locked up during a pandemic and you don't have self-inflicted pain, then you're not human,
Yeah.
right?
Or you're like not looking at yourself in the way where you're like, oh, there are a couple of things about me that I've been like ignoring, you know? Like
It's so hard not to be introspective during this time.
it is really hard not to be interested. I think like I can't imagine like moving in the world without being introspective. And another thing that I've learned in this pandemic is that I don't think a lot of people are.
Introspective?
Mm-hmm. And that's scary.
No, yeah, I think a lot of people are just like, I think a lot of people are just, they just can't.
They can't because they place blame on other people. They have a lot of anger. They're just like, there's a lot of unresolved stuff. I think like people, you know, fucking like drink and like do drugs to like not have to deal with that shit. And not saying like that's necessarily a bad thing, but it keeps us from being able to really look clearly at the world.
Totally.
And being introspective is really fucking hard. And it's so much easier to be like, well, fuck this person, like fuck them, fuck this, fuck blah, 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 blah. And like making it about yourself and your own fucking ego. And it's just like, ugh, it's exhausting.
I know. Being a human is so much.
It's so much work. Oh God, today I was like so depressed today because I'm PMSing, but I'm also just like
PMS during a pandemic.
talk about fucking heightened emotions
No,
on top
it's
of heightened
fucking-
emotions.
PMS should not be allowed. Periods should be canceled.
Horrible.
It is fucked up.
I'm so emotional right now. My titties hurt. I'm fucking like, you know, like water bloated.
It's so bad. And then you're like, well, how am I still like going? It feels like you're just like a pig waiting for slaughter. That's how it feels.
Exactly it.
Right? That's how it feels. It's like so
Ugh.
fucked up. You're like, nobody touch me. Nobody look at me.
PMSing is
So emotional. You're like, I'm so alone. It's like, okay.
and then it's embarrassing because you're like the whole thing of like, oh, you must just like be on your period, and you're like, fuck you, that's not what it is. And then sometimes you're like, fuck, that is what it is.
Yeah, it definitely is what it is.
I'm just on my fucking period, right? Like,
No, it's so because normally like before your period you're normally probably doing things. You're not just at home.
yeah,
Then you're just like at home waiting for your period.
Yeah,
And you're like, there's no
nothing to
way I'm
distract
pregnant.
you.
I'm just miserable.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I know my period's gonna come. I just want it to.
I
Fucked up.
hate the build up of it, waiting for it, because that's when you're the most hormonal. I swear to God, like as soon as I get my period, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
But it's like the week and a half before, I'm like,
Cry. I eat
and cry.
I eat so much. Like I had this. Okay.
People are gonna watch us and be like, of course, bitches talking about their period.
Period. No,
Fuck off.
my favorite thing, one of the more dirty things I've done while waiting for my period is I took a container of frosting
Mhm.
and ate it like it was like a pint of ice cream with like a spoon.
Wow, the whole thing.
Half of it.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of frosting. That's just like, I was like, I need this. I don't like crazy, like stereotypical.
Yeah.
chocolate bit.
That's how, dude. I started justifying it because I'm like, oh, I can eat fucking 2 gallons of ice cream because I'm about to get my period.
Yeah.
I can eat more than usual because I'm about to get my period.
But then when I get my period, not hungry at all.
Never hungry.
On
Never.
the actual period.
Never hungry.
What is that about?
I don't know. God, tell us. Why you play us like that?
God, tell us.
God, tell us, why do you fucking play us like this?
It's fucked up. Okay, what
It's
about
fucked
your
up.
quarantine purchases? Are you buying? What are you buying? Because, like, that's all I have.
All I do is buy stuff.
What?
It's sick.
Tell me.
Are you on unemployment?
No.
I'm on unemployment, so I have more money than I've ever had in my fucking life.
What are you buying? What are you buying?
Oh, God, dude. The amount of money I've spent on fucking hair extensions. I've spent
Hundreds?
maybe $1,000 on hair extensions during this.
Okay.
I'm not wearing them right now, but like I've bought so fucking many, and they're always like late night purchases where I'm like falling asleep and I'm like, you know what? Let's just see what's online, and then like
it's the late night.
It's
shop.
so late night.
I knew that I ordered a 35. I ordered a tie dye kit that had 35 color options.
Oh, fun! I'm fucking trying to tie dye right now.
Yes.
Anyway.
And it was sold out everywhere except on Joann's Fabrics. And I couldn't remember where I ordered it from because I ordered it at like 1 a.m. And I was like, where did I order that tie-dye kit from? I was like searching my email Michaels, and then it showed up as from Joann's.
Joann's. It's so funny that
the
they're
only
all
time
sold
I've ever
out.
shopped at Joann's.
Yeah. They're all fucking sold out because everybody's trying to like learn how to tie-dye and do shit right now. Yeah, that's so funny. My roommate literally was like, we need to get a tie-dye kit like the other day.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, now we're fucking tie-dyeing.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
So funny.
So I bought that, which was weird. You've bought a lot of extensions.
A lot of hair extensions. I've been like going fucking nuts on Fashion Nova.
You're Fashion Nova queen.
I guess.
Okay,
I don't know.
that's Cardi B's company, yeah?
I love Cardi. I know. I don't know who I think I am.
I don't know, but it works for you.
Yeah. I bought some cute shit on there.
What'd you buy?
You would like it. It's so fucking
What'd you
cute.
buy?
It's like, oh my God, it's like a cropped jean jacket and like black pants, and they have like, what's like the cowboy fringe? Yes, they're fringe.
Yeah.
They're like fringe jeans and like a fringe crop, and it's black and they're fringe, and then they have like gold on it. It's so cute.
So you went to Fashion Nova.
Been on fashionnova.com, got a bunch of hair extensions. What else have I spent money on? Oh, like I don't even know. I got these earrings made. These are like $60.
I like those.
They're very cute. Love them.
Where did you get those?
This website called Belladonia.
Oh my God, you had a custom. Is that your area
It's
code?
my area code.
Oh shit, San Diego Pride Hoops.
Yeah, San Diego Pride Hoops.
We love it.
We love it. God, I don't just like Googling things, that I think I need. I don't even know.
Yeah, I bought like a micro needler.
What is that?
It like pokes. Okay, I don't really fucking know, but I'm telling you, the shit works.
No.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna get it.
It's only like $25.
Nothing.
Okay, so the micro needling is when you poke little holes in your face and then it produces more collagen.
Does it hurt?
It hurts, but like they're like very small needles. So you just like roll your face with these small needles, and then it opens up your pores, and then you could put like a vitamin C serum in or a hyaluronic serum, and then it absorbs it better.
No.
Girl, yes.
And you really like it.
I really like it. I think it makes a big difference. You can buy the micro roller on Amazon. It's called something Linda Ray.
Will you send me the link?
I'll send you the link.
Getting it today.
And let me tell you, when it arrives, you'll feel.
Do you put it in the fridge or anything, or?
I don't, but I think you could. But it's because it has needles, and you have to clean it in between with like alcohol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it good for acne?
It is. It's good for acne. If you go on Amazon and you look at the pictures, you can see like the before and after. I'm doing it for my marionette lines. And listen, I don't know if it's working, but I think it is in my head.
I love that.
So it's like whatever.
Every time I do a fucking podcast, I end up getting everything afterwards because we always end up talking about shit that we're like using, and then I'm like, Kate, need that.
I've been online shopping a lot.
Yeah.
I bought like satin teal gloves. I bought that and I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like when I like have like this like half a moment of excitement and then it
then
arrives
regret.
And you're like,
Yeah.
But it's like the only thing that I feel like I can like, because I'm not spending money on like going out.
We're
anymore.
not going out. Like,
I know. I try to justify all my purchases.
Yeah, me too. But I had that moment the other night when I bought my third set of hair extensions, and I like bought it, and I was like, yes. And then as soon as it like went through, I was like, fuck, can I cancel this?
Yeah. I spent $60 one time on face masks. One had Larry David on it, one had Judge Judy on it, and one had Oprah on it.
Are we shopaholics?
Probably. And then I bought it, and I instantly was like, I gotta return these. Yeah. And I tried to return them, it was too late. And then they came and they were like too big on my face. So now I have 3 gaping masks.
They're like the actual like pandemic masks.
Yeah, they're just like,
oh god, gaping.
Like $60 on these gaping masks. One with Larry David, one with Judge Judy, and one with Oprah. Okay.
Cool. I guess yeah.
I don't know. It's like a baggy mask. Okay, wait, hold on. I have something for you. You can pick out 2 pairs of socks from here.
Oh my god.
Let's see if you pick. Allie tried to guess which ones you would pick.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if she was right.
Allie Mack?
Yeah.
Allie Mack. Wait, should I look or should I?
No, you can pick out whatever 2 you like.
Oh my god. I love socks. I fucking love socks. Shit, these are so cute. Shit. I'm gonna have to go with the Mr. Rogers.
You're going Mr. Rogers?
I'm going Mr. Rogers.
Oh, what?
Wait, what did she choose?
Allie chose. She got 2. You can pick 2 if you want. She picked. She thought that you would pick the aliens and the Mexican corn because you like Mexican culture.
I do love
elote.
I do. I do love these socks. They're
you can take those
cute.
too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
These are very cute too. What are these? Oh, like
one's black and one's white.
Oh my god, the Mr. I love Mr. Rogers.
You do? What a plot twist.
Plot twist.
We did not think that you were going to pick the Mr. Rogers.
Really?
Yeah.
Big Mr. Rogers. I can take 2?
Yeah.
Oh my god, wow. For the next
Yes. Oh yeah, socks. Check out Oh Yeah Socks.
Cute. Sorry, I threw it
if you
right there.
shop Oh Yeah Socks, use discount code Sarah10. Get 10% off. You heard it here.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
These are so cute.
Yes.
I'm a fucking big sock head.
Yes.
Whoa.
Mr. Rogers.
I love Mr. Rogers.
Okay, that's our episode. Where can our listeners find you?
Instagram and Twitter, baby. Now I'm a Twitter head, so.
You've been tweeting?
I've been tweeting.
You got some good tweets.
I've been tweeting a fuck ton.
I like your tweets.
Thanks.
Yeah.
They go from like mental breakdown to self-help as things do, you know.
Yes. Do you ever, because sometimes I like don't tweet and then I get like a surge of inspiration. I'm like 10 and then I don't touch Twitter for like 5 days.
Uh-huh.
And then like at 1 a.m, I'll be like, that's genius.
Yeah.
Write it. And then I'll be like, for sure people are going to relate to that. And then in the morning,
Nobody does.
When that's the worst. And you're like, do I still stand by it? Like
so funny.
When people, do you delete?
I do delete. I delete more on Instagram. Like I delete my stories constantly. Like I'll post something and then I see who watches it. And I'm like, okay, never mind. I guess that was just for me. That's embarrassing that they actually saw me having a mental breakdown in this moment. But like
I do that too.
It's weird. It's so weird to me.
I'm like, who do I think I am?
Who do I
post
think
something
I am?
and I'm like in a filter.
Yeah.
Walking around, acting all hot. And I'm like, I'm embarrassed.
I do that.
But I just want to be validated.
That's all it is. It's so embarrassing. One thing is like, it's crazy what goes viral or like what gets a lot on Twitter. Like the other night I tweeted it like right before I was about to go to bed, something about like my asshole hair getting tangled with my pussy hair. And I was like, this is so gross. Nobody's going to like this. And it got like
that went
3,000.
viral.
I know.
I saw that. And I was like,
fuck?
And I was like,
I know.
I was like, Gabby took a risk and it paid off.
It paid off. I was like, there's no way this disgusting fucking tweet
went viral.
It went viral. Like
your
within a
pussy
day.
and asshole hair connecting. Viral.
And then I like tweet about like gratitude and like self-help and it gets like 3 likes and I'm like, okay, so this is the public speaks.
The public gets what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's our episode. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for listening to another episode of Shank. Make sure to check out Gabby on Instagram, Twitter. We'll link to that in the description. And thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Shank. Yay.